It's a family matchup here. Big Sister so far has just been kicking ass. And I would love to see Sumail Storm Spirit lose, man. You know, just so that the rest of the Chinese region...
Hater? Snare is Sumail
No,
hater.
I love Sumail.
No. Snare, Sumail hater. Confirmed.
Confirmed, bro.
Confirmed, right here, right now.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Sumail. Gotten some vision out for themselves on the side of Aster.Aries. They weren't caught doing this. So Team Aster will not be able to get some super early D-wards.
Aries chilling on that tier 1 tower. Just waiting for the runes. 2 top ones going their way most likely. They could cross the river, but moving into this high ground, probably not the greatest idea.
Just be patient, boys. More important to get us these runes,
I think,
over and above anything else.
Yeah, but I feel like Aster might contest it. Like the river rune here with the arrow. They should be able. Yeah, they should be able to contest it.
Aster.Aries are scared of the same thing because they actually just leave it. They completely back off, so that's gonna grant. Oh, they actually get the 2. All right, they got the one on the other side. Red Panda managed to claim it. He outclicked our boy XXX.
Yeah, he wasn't really close as well to outclick. But yeah, they get him. Is this starting as a Trillian on bot? Yeah, they're going to start as Trillian and then move one of the heroes through the Twin Gate. It might hurt.
So we're doing the Piggy Killer strats.
It might hurt Ulu a little bit. The Red Panda, yeah, he TPs instead. Okay, this makes more sense. Like, you really have to be in the lane instantly. And if you show yourself, like, your Morphling would just get crushed.
Morphlings, you don't get the stats anymore off of the attribute shift. That particular buff up has moved elsewhere. Changes the laning prowess of the hero quite significantly. And speaking of lanes, where do we expect the action to happen in this game? It definitely won't be mid. No, Puck versus Storm, we just saw this matchup, but where else on the map do you envision the first bloods taking place?
I think down bottom feels like a really good place to get that first blood. On top lane, maybe Red Panda can fall. Like, once you get a couple of lucky bashes on the silencer, maybe a charge going in. But on bot lane, Enchantress and Batrider, they can kill either one of these two if they get a good dive going.
Took a little bit of time for us to get action really off the board in Game 1. Looks like we're going to have similar circumstances in Game 2. I want to see what Monet is going to build as well on his Muerta. We haven't seen much of this hero throughout the DPC. This is only her 7th game overall, her 2nd one in China. So still a lot of questions in the air as to her viability, but also as to how to build her appropriately for these games.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning a little bit as well about her. I guess it's going to be some Maelstrom Dragonlance Spike. That's what I'm seeing, at least. Usually. Yeah. You need that range farming item, and yeah, later on you... By the way, why is she int? Like,
I don't know.
What's the reasoning behind, like, most heroes that they switched from their attribute to universal, I agree with, right? Like, most of them. She just doesn't strike me as an int hero. I feel like she should be universal, Red Panda top, but she would be too
universal
broken.
Or edgy. Yeah,
or
she'd be busted as a universal hero.
Exactly.
Top lane, they do get the first blood by bringing down Red Panda.
Yeah.
Took them a little bit of time, one searching right click, but they get it. But Boca, he's playing top this game. Game 1, he was playing the IO from the bottom side, but now he gets to start off top. More experience, more gold, baby.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason why some of these heroes aren't universal is because they'd be absolutely, completely broken. Like Enchantress, for me as well, feels like a universal hero. She's not really intelligence. She's more of, I don't know, I'm gonna go into the lane and hit you with my right clicks. Impetus later on as well.
Imagine Edge as a universal hero.
It would be absolutely broken. But I'm just talking about how it feels. It feels more like a universal hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you mean. I definitely get you.
But look, if Windrunner can be universal, I think Edge can be as well.
All right, here's what we need to do. We need to add a 5th category of hero. Hero, it's a not universal, but would be busted if universal.
yeah.
So Pew, busted if universal. Yes, Pew class. There we go.
And also, by the way, I'm definitely not an Edge spammer. That's not what I'm trying to do here.
Mid lane. We might actually have a death onto Sumail. XWY 1v1 and TK showing up, throws in a blood grenade. XWY has spells coming back in a couple seconds, and Sumail knows he's dead, just hoping to get a kill onto the Enchantress before he goes down.
They got 2 kills on the runes, and Puck gets both of them. Like it was actually the Silencer that soloed. Enchantress does fall in the end to the Mirana, but Silencer soloed the Pugna, and then they kill Sumail as well. Like, really nicely done by Aries. Once again, these rune controls and these movements around mid are really good for them. It's what happens after that I'm worried about.
We'll see what after looks like for them. In the meantime, they're playing a bit aggressively into XWI, so they will demand reinforcements, which will come. And they were just glad to put some damage out onto XWI. Not as much damage onto the tower as they would have liked, however. In the meantime, though, bottom, that does mean that Shang-Chi is a little bit isolated since the Ench is at nearby. Do they have kill threat onto him between the Mirana and the Muay Thai? Can they punish his Solitude down bottom?
Maybe.
Before the Vanguard comes out?
You can't really in normal circumstances, but maybe if some arrow connects, then you can take him down. Then it would be possible. Sumail, Red Panda, mid lane, they're just trying to make his life hell, it seems like. Rotating in.
It's drawing attention.
I think
lots and lots of effort towards him.
Yeah, what could be cool about this is that Puck is getting his 6 a bit faster. So if you force them to have 2-3 heroes on the mid lane, it could hurt Storm in the long run.
So far, Storm is still a little bit ahead in the CS department, but that's going to change soon as well. And they're going to try and secure both runes. Or the rune, not both runes. Water runes are done now. They get a haste for TK. Sadly, they cannot replenish the bottle of this Puck, but they'll take it.
Now, on the top lane, by the way, nothing really happening. It's the standard Spirit Breaker game on offlane. You just let him be. You just let him go after a while. You can't really kill the Morphling, and you don't really have to help the Spirit Breaker, so yeah, you just move away, let him get his stuff up.
Just doing a really great job so far on the Spirit Breaker. Building into a Silver Edge potentially. Gonna start with a Shadow Blade though.
Yeah, it's like I don't think it's Silver Edge. Usually it's just the phase boots into Shadow Blade. Maybe some drums after. We'll see. Maybe even Silver Edge eventually.
I think Edge could be good this game versus the Enchantress. And speaking of Enchantress, she gets brought down in this bottom lane. Or gets a kill, rather, onto Mirana. They pick up a Wisdom Rune as well. All right. So here and there, they're finding small little kills on the side of Aster.Aries. And we don't have a massive gold lead. Team Aster, yes, they are ahead right now in the network departments. But these heroes on Aster.Aries, outside of Shang-Chi's Batrider, nobody's really far behind right now.
Yeah, it's like Mirana is one of those heroes that goes in and snatches the Wisdom Rune. It's one of the easiest heroes to do that with. So they anticipate the movement, they protect it, and they kill Mirana off. Nicely done. They don't have the Dream Call for 30 seconds, but once that is up, I'd like to see some rotations from the Puck. Like, he got hurt really badly last game with those rotations, so I feel like there's some PTSD there. He doesn't really want to move from the lane anymore, but I feel like it's a good game to do that. Maybe leave the lane to Silencer a little bit, let him get his 6 mid lane.
There's gonna be a small fight that happens in this mid lane as they were potentially trying to camp around this rune spot. Sumail ends up getting a kill onto this Enchantress. Will be able to escape as well. Red Panda might not be so lucky as he's being chased down. Nether Strike will be there. Nether Strike finishes him off. And that's 2 heroes brought down. XWY also in some danger.
Oh, man.
Sumail snatches away a regen rune, and it's a regen rune here. They maybe want to turn around with it, but not regening him up fast enough. they'll decide to let the puck live, and he'll use the rune instead to clean up some camps and get stronger for the game
Oh
overall.
man, this game just caressed Sumail in the rightest of ways. Like Puck, if he was just a second earlier there to the rune, I think he gets a kill on Sumail. Maybe snatches the rune, maybe not, but he gets a kill on Storm. Instead, Storm lives, gets a regen rune, goes back to the jungle, farms up the ancients and a stacked up hard camp. Like, he's just back. He's just super back after dying once in the lane.
Aster.Aries recognize how things are going, and they want to try and turn the game state. They smoke up with 3. No vision was tracking this movement from Aster.Aries or from Team Aster. Let's see if Monet knows what's coming. He doesn't need to know what's coming because Pick U is going to go and find out. Probably going to cost the life of our Mirana, but... Oh, it actually isn't. Wait, what? No way. You're not allowed to live here. You're not allowed, Red Panda. Okay. So Red Panda does manage to find the kill onto Pick U. Not allowed to let him go.
Yeah, it's one of those movements that you really want to be doing as a position 5. Well, he wasn't really moving a lot. He was standing in place, but he was standing in a really good vector where they had to go through to get to Muerta.
The back of that kill, Team Aster. Well, I have lost the Tion tower in the bottom lane. Unlike in game 1, this time they're the ones to lose real estate first. Now, 10 minutes in, there's gonna be a contest over the shield rune. Sumail does claim it, can activate it now and turn his attention towards TK. Very easy kill there. And at the same time, they also lose Batrider in the bottom lane. Shangxi was playing 1v1 versus Monet.
The Spirit
ends up dying with the help of XXX.
Yep, the Spirit Breaker. Doing Spirit Breaker things now. Like, one of the best things that you get from him is the fact that he can be making ganks anywhere on the map, and then he's so quickly back into the lane farming with the charge. He's not...
There's like no downtime for the hero.
Yeah, his lane is pretty bad though. Like, this is probably one of the worst lanes for Spirit Breaker. You just don't do anything to Morphling. You can't pressure him whatsoever. But once you get the Shadow Blade and stuff, you'll get a lot of control. And
that's why Sumail is here, Liz, because they're like, well, if I can't deal with this guy alone, I need some assistance. Sumail shows up. They also pop the first Moonlight Shadow of the game. That enables them to bring down Ulu, so the Water Boy is dead to rights.
Yeah, I feel that Ulu in general, mid lane charge with... Okay, the Moonlight Shadow disappears, so they couldn't really go for that. I feel like in the last game as well, he's been a little bit too cocky when it comes to staying in the lane. Like, yeah, okay, you should dominate Spirit Breaker, and you have been dominating him so far. You've been farming, he's been farming, but he wasn't able to do what normally offlaners do, right? He wasn't able to zone you out. That doesn't mean that ganks can't happen, that Storm can't rotate in.
It was a very dangerous place to be. He was also there without vision. There's an observer ward that's been planted down to cover him a little bit, but not sure exactly how much work it'll do as XXS takes out TK on the other side of the map. Monet is indeed building like you were talking about earlier. We have Maelstrom getting D-Lance, so nothing extravagant, sadly, coming in from Muerta.
Yeah, I think one thing that needs to happen on Dire, and PTB was just showing us, they need to hit the jungle a little bit. Some of these heroes, like, that's 3 neutral items missing on their side. It's...
Oh no.
It's not massive, right? But still.
I think XWY is gonna die here as he gets nether struck. The arrow won't connect onto him, but he can't get far enough away. So he does still end up dead.
Oh, look at this.
And with his death, they're gonna siege the tower.
Look at this. Unbelievable.
12 minutes.
12 minutes. They're on the tower mid lane. I haven't seen this before, ever.
That's gonna be your thing. Every time you watch Aster from now on, you're just gonna be watching the clock.
Yeah.
And be like, 12 is coming, boys.
Yeah, it's Aster and Tundra, I would say. It's like they just do the same move. And it feels good. It feels significant. I'm not sure. It just opens up the map. Like, ever since the new patch, most players have been discussing the value of Tier 1 mid. How do you feel about it?
Tier 1 mid, I think it's a lot less strong than it was, but I still think it's useful. Like, it's like... I think it's now like the 3rd most important tower instead of like the #1 be-all, end-all.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Mirana once again eating the gank.
super dead. Double damage rune from XWY. Some impetus shots from TK.
Mid lane.
Yeah, it's okay for them to get this kill. Mid lane, we do have a charge going in. They found Red Panda, and Sumail throws his body in with the zip, and they kill off the silencer.
Yeah, he's just there to pick up the glory, really. XXS did most of the work top lane.
Action everywhere on the map right now. There's a charge going in towards this puck at the moment. Spirit Breaker doesn't manage to get the full connection because there was a young jaunt, but now you're going to be in a very awkward position. Where's the phase shift to keep you out?
Well,
nice jaunt away with the Illusion Orb, but Storm is coming. Storm zips in. Storm reveals his Orchid and kills off this puck in the top lane.
He's really enjoying the battery from Baboka as well. Full mana once again.
Oh.
And another
Storm
kill.
is like, oh, y'all thought I was done? No. This is why we picked Pugna, bruv. More mana for me, less life for you. And looks like another game being in favor of Team Aster if nothing changes. And they're not, dude, they're just gonna charge everywhere, no matter what. Like, he's not allowing any downtime on the map, XXS.
Yeah, that's what you were mentioning, right? Like, they have almost no downtime. They just move across the map, getting kills 24/7. And it's like, Aries, seemingly, they were having a better game because, oh, Puck.
Oh, no. Well, this game's gonna get rough right now. Puck, Global Silence is there to cover him, but he still got stunned up. Look at this damage from the Spirit Breaker. He does manage to get away onto the high ground, though. Ulu has also shown up for this fight. Sumail, out of mana, does have to pop the magic wand. Shang-Chi, hoping to catch somebody, will not be able to do so. Okay. So best case scenario, it's a bit rough, Lizard, that what constitutes success right now for Aries is just not dying. That's a successful fight for them at the moment.
Yeah, they use that global to save themselves, but it's not going to get easier. Spirit Breaker getting towards his Aghanim Scepter. Should be able to get the point booster now and should be maybe able to get the bat with Storm. Let's see if they go for that. It's a bit dangerous. Yeah, they were under vision, so maybe better to just chill out a little bit. Charge and morph.
No way. This is not gonna... Okay, he hits him with the charge. Here comes Sumail as well.
This is not gonna
what? What are you supposed to do as Ulu, right? Because that's one of those deaths where I can't fault him for it. He's sitting with a decent agi in front of a tier 2 tower. This is not where I'm expecting to get just ran at like that.
No, for sure, for sure. He had 1,000 HP.
Yeah.
It's not
Damn,
a small
feels
amount.
bad,
Yeah. Edge, arrow, connection. Also
Combo,
that.
she's dead. But that's what this drop does. We spoke about it, man. You just... There's no tool that Aster.Aries has that stops them from doing this, right?
Yeah.
Global is still going to be down for another 40 seconds. All the spells they've just used to kill all of these heroes are available.
Yeah, and you don't even... The worst thing is, you don't even know what vision they've got. And the worst thing is, they're not charging you under some vision. It's just that Spirit Breaker, let's say that Ange kill. He was just in Shadow Blade there.
Yeah.
Look, XYW, there's a ward on top.
XYW did miss the Dream Coin, unfortunately, onto Sumail. So Sumail has drawn out a spell from the puck. Well, that's another cooldown expended on the dire side without getting kills, which means more fighting from Aster. They might turn this around with Moonlight Shadow.
Okay, that charge. They're going in. Okay, he stops it.
Charge?
This ward is insane, by the way. The cliff ward that's scouting the area. I'm pretty sure they're not expecting that one. And when you're playing versus some heroes such as Spirit Breaker and Storm, you want to be farming in the safest spots, right? Well, that spot isn't safe anymore. They'll see you.
Game is not easy at this particular moment in time for the side of Aster.Aries.
Do you think it's going to get easier? Spirit Breaker, look at him.
No, it gets much harder.
Yeah. 500 gold away, and he's got it.
At the very least, Ulu does have Lincoln Sphere. So that protects him from being the priority target in the charge. What sucks is that you can still get stunned in the fight if they charge somebody behind you and you get clipped. The Lincoln's offers no protection against that.
And he's going to have, like, his Aghanim, so the charge is going to be on what, like, no cooldown?
No cooldown, yeah. Bro, it's a 4-second cooldown. It's kind of nuts. Still think running on the balls would be a better Aghanims, but Ice Frog must still wait to receive our notes, I guess, on that.
Do you know, like, how Beastmaster's ulti looked like in Warcraft 3? Like, not Dota, it's Warcraft 3. Do you remember?
In Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
Oof. With the old Rexar.
Yeah,
Remind
yeah,
me?
Yeah, Rexar. So basically, he would stand in spot and he would like drum his drum and like swing his axes, and there would be a lot of Kodo beasts running.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So Spirit Breaker should do the same. Just stand in spot and some big AoE.
And then these beasts, the bulls just come out.
Yeah. The herd of bulls just running, charging everything.
Right. The bull himself is not here for this Roshan attempt, but his team doesn't need him. Very easily able to mop up the Roshan without the aid of the Spirit Cow. So that's going to be an Aegis for the Storm Spirit. Best Aegis carrier in the entire game of Dota 2.
A puck? Is he gonna zip all the way? No way.
No way,
He loses
dude,
mana.
no way. But he wanted to. He thought about it. He actually doesn't even have mana for an
Arrow.
Orchid. Arrow, though, almost connected.
Man, he was on the low
Almost
ground.
connected.
He was on the low ground. That could have connected easily.
Oof.
Didn't see it.
This observer ward, you called it out earlier, how much work it's doing. We see more of it just now. Barely escaping with his life XWI. That ward doing even more work for Team Aster.
I wonder if Sumail got on top of him, if they would be even able to kill him, because he'd have no mana after, right? So probably Puck survives no matter what.
I think what probably happens is you get on top of him after the zip into the vortex arrow. They probably pop global, and then you're still okay with it. You're like, well, we didn't kill him, but,
Yeah, but I mean,
got them to force global
there's
out.
no arrow there. The storm was zipping from Rosh. Mirana can't zip with him. Charge.
Onto TK. Nether Strike will be there. Look at the damage coming in. Monet just pops off the calling, throws in the right clicks, and they find the kill. Sumail jumping in as well. They go for the Batrider. Shang-Chi is also dead. Sumail on the far end of the fight, finding out Red Panda and killing him off. There will be a charge from Ulu with the stolen Spirit Breaker form, enabling him to kill PQ at the very least.
This game.
A 3-for-1 affair here, but still massive success for Aster as they win that fight. They take the tower, barely breaking a sweat in the process.
This game truly feels much, much harder than the last one. But overall, I do have a bit more faith in Morphling than I had in the Naga carry. I feel that Morphling perhaps in this game could scale a bit better. This top lane was a disaster. XXX was even saving his ulti. He didn't want to use it really instantly on Ench. Uses it in the end. Batrider jumps in, gets silenced instantly by Muerta. So wasn't able to do a lot. The two cores do survive at least. The Puck and the Morphling.
Well, the Morphling might not be surviving for much longer as they are smoked up on Aster. Oh no, look at this. There's a courier flying in. Red Panda, what a god Red Panda is. Bro, Ulu, please buy a Red Panda lunch today. You owe him your life. Well, never mind. He might be dead regardless. He's gonna try and get himself out of trouble
Arrow.
here. He's morphing for all his life, but they stun him up. They're draining him down, and they will be able to kill him off. And they steal the Dire Slide Tormentor as well. All right, never mind, Red Panda. You're going hungry, my friend, because they're just eating everybody up on the side of Aster.Aries.
Yeah, a couple of tips there on the Spirit Breaker as well, and all his charges, all his bashes straight into the arrow. That was so much damage it took, by the way. Morphling was sitting on top of 4,000 HP in the end, and they still took him down. I mean, when you don't have anyone to help you, of course you're going to be falling. By the way, you can charge the Tormentor, of course, you can do anything to it, but it gives a nice target for Spirit Breaker to charge on and get, let's say, a Wisdom Rune.
I mean, I also can't believe that we were speaking about it earlier with the Lincoln Sphere and how it's not going to protect him as the secondary charge person. I can't believe the time it comes into effect is on a Tormentor. Middle, we're going to have a reveal on the Blink Dagger as they're going to go onto Storm Spirit. Sadly, though, reinforcements coming in from Aster. Nether Strike will be there. Shang-Chi, he's going to be the first one to die as Monet has triggered up the Pierce the Veil and is just throwing out right-click damage. Red Panda barely survives this fight. Okay, so they made a counter jump onto Sumail, but you would never imagine that that actually happened, Liz, because he's at full HP, full mana, ready to go again.
Yeah, Baboka just running behind him, healing up.
Oh, wait, what? XWI? XWI?
What?
Oh my god, dude, he jaunted back to the Illusion Orb. He threw an orb, like, through the wave. He was going north, back to the tower. to the tier 3 on high ground, and then he jaunted back to the Lucio orb. I think he made a mistake.
But Sumail was
And it got
jumping
him
him,
killed.
right? Like he saw Sumail moving in on top of him, so maybe that's one of the reasons why. But yeah, it happens.
Oh no!
Rough game. Looking like they're out of options at the moment. Batrider jumping in, catching anyone with the blink dagger just doesn't net them the kill. They don't have the damage. I feel one of the problems that their two supports have is at this point they just feel like 2-5s. TK is trying to like help out a little bit. He's going for that Dragonlance on Enchantress. He has the Grove Bow as well, but it's just not fast enough. Like the amount, anything that you do is negated by Baboka and his heals.
Yep. The speed of this damage, I think, is a very good point. Can be there from Aster.Aries, but not there in time. They're gonna smoke up again right now.
Maybe this is the
Only
play.
person revealing is Piggy, but they also find Monet. They drag back Monet here. He should be the big target. They've already killed off Piggy, but here comes Sumail as well. So him and XXX kill off Red Panda. Shanxi drops to Ulu there to just try and run himself away. The charge onto the creep wave, but they know exactly where he's going, so they can chase him. And here comes XXX. The Lincoln Sphere is back online, so no Nether Strike, but they don't even need it. And oh no, Lizard. It's the classic. It's the classic. Aster.Aries are struggling. And guess who's the one to throw out the early GG? It's our boy Ulu.